is yet another episode of the Hotseat brought to you by MNL, Next Generation Sports, partnered by Gemcon Consultancy, your solution to construction and town planning. And my name is Thomas Mangwero, and today I'm joined by a special guest from the Harare Volleyball Association, and that is Stephen Charakupa, the Secretary General. And today we are going to talk about issues to do with the clubs, the league, and also the mid-season tournament, which is going to happen in the next few days. Welcome to the show, Stephen.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Mangwero.
Yes, and we are going to witness the first tournament to be hosted by Harare Volleyball Association after the ushering in of new members into the office. But you started off with the league. How has been your tenure so far?
In terms of our league, we've played the first round matches. The matches were played in 3 fixtures. The first 2 fixtures were hosted at Secretaries College, and then the third fixture was hosted at Mfakos Youth Center. So currently, Naba is on top in the men's category, followed by Black Rhinos, and then Black Mambas, UZ Wolves, and then support unit. In the ladies category, it's support unit, Harare City, and UZ Wolves. The format for the league is the Grand Prix format, where we play a round robin. The round robin has been completed for both categories, men and women. Now, on the next phase, we are going to take top 6 from each category. They will be grouped into 2 groups, where we have a single round robin. From there, top 2 from each group will then proceed to the semi-finals and then the finals. Those teams dropping at each level of the competition of the league will then play placement matches. So the next round of the fixtures for the league will commence in September. This month of July, we're having tournaments, the mid-season tournament. In the month of August, we have an MNL top 5 tournament. So we also have the inter-provincial, the ZVA inter-provincial tournament, which is going to be held in Chinhoyi on 24 and 25 August. So our league will resume in September. The dates will be announced.
Okay, so talking about the league, are you satisfied about the standards of play?
I can say the standards are satisfactory. Why? All teams are well dressed in their registered kits, and of course we've witnessed 1 or 2 walkovers due to non-fulfillment of matches or non-adherence to the times set for the fixtures, of which we had two walkovers. So it's a great achievement considering the number of matches which we played, which are more than 30, and we only had 2 walkovers, which is more than 90% achievement in terms of fixtures played.
And what also about the standards of refereeing at your matches?
The level of refereeing is greatly improved. We now have quite a number of certified national referees which are taking part, and we also have the greater number of international referees in the country who are resident here in our metropolitan province. So our standard of officiating is quite at a good level, at an advanced level when we compare with others.
So in terms of playing, you are satisfied with the standards. In terms of refereeing, you are satisfied with the standards. What about the general behavior of the teams, the officials, match officials, the club officials, team officials, you name it? Have you had any problems so far from the teams?
As of now, there are no major instances recorded. As you are aware, when your team loses, emotions rise, but I can applaud all the teams for their discipline, which has seen only a few questions being dished out to players and technical officials.
But we have seen this year there's been an introduction of fines for certain offenses committed on the court. For example, when a team has been given yellow cards, a number of yellow cards or walkovers, they are attracting monetary fines. Can you comment about that?
The league regulations have been in use. Fines have been gazetted since way back. The only thing which was lacking was the implementation part of collecting fines for the sanctions given to players and the technical officials. So it's another source of revenue, if I may put it, which was being left untapped. Of course, the fines are little, but they also serve as a deterrent measure. They serve as a deterrent measure to the offenders so that both players and athletes conform to the league regulations.
Well, viewers, that was Stephen Charakupa, the Secretary General of the Harare Volleyball Association, talking to us about the Harare Volleyball League. That was the first part of this episode, and we are going away for a moment. Let's meet in the second segment. Welcome back, viewers. This is the second segment of this episode of the Hot Seat, an MNL production, Next Generation Sports, partnered by GEMCON Consultancy, your solution to town planning and construction. My name is Thomas Mangwiro, and today I'm joined by the Secretary General of the Harare Volleyball Association, that is Stephen Charakupa, where we are talking about nothing but Harare Volleyball League. Stephen, in this segment, let's talk about compliance issues. We have had issues of clubs not complying to directives in the past. How has been that area in your tenure so far?
Yeah, in terms of compliance, both clubs are doing well. Of course, in any setup, we have members who defy, who resist change. I will not mention names, but we have one or two members who are resisting to change. But in terms of compliance, all clubs are fully affiliated in terms of the league. All clubs, both men and women, are fully affiliated, and the other thing is attendance of meetings. which is part of compliance. All our meetings which you've had so far, you've had fair attendance, if not good attendance. I can say we have had about 60% attendance from clubs. The only meeting which had full attendance was the Congress. Of course, clubs wanted to choose those whom they wanted to be part of the executive, so there was 100% attendance. But all other areas, we are almost 75% there. The area which is still lagging behind is under the league. Technical officials, that is bench officials for clubs,
Yes.
are required to be putting on the same dress code. If it's a tracksuit, it should be the same color. But now we have been witnessing clubs, only a few are in compliance. I can give say examples: Black Mambas, Rua, UZ Wolves, both men and women, NABA, support unit to some extent, but other clubs are still lagging behind. Maybe as we go to the second round, at the club's meeting before the second round, we have to make sure that we reinforce that clubs come attend all their fixtures with their technical officials putting on the required. They conform to the requirements of the tournament.
But
league
it
rules.
is in itself a breach of the rules and regulations. If you are aware, if we had any teams fined for breaching those rules,
So far, no team has been sanctioned.
you have been lenient.
Yes, we've been lenient. No, at first you educate, but if you keep on seeing that, you see that this club doesn't want to conform to the rules, the next thing is to use the carrot and stick. Carrot for good behavior and the stick for correction. So the correction, the stick will be a penalty.
So talking about compliance issues and teams found on the wrong end of the rules, those who have been fined so far, if they paid, are they paid the fines?
The first set of fines, all the two clubs have paid, and on the last set of fixtures, I'll check with the treasurer whether the clubs have paid the penalties. And also in terms of compliance, this is the transfer window.
Oh yes.
For players moving from one club to another. Clubs are paying, the receiving clubs are paying the transfer fees. So far we have received money from Black Mambas, from Rua, from UZ Wolves. They've already paid for their incoming players.
And also talking about the transfer window, we have seen correspondence from the Harare, the Zimbabwe Volleyball Association, and the period is only for 15 days. Has there been any explanation why the window is short?
No explanation has been given, because I believe, or you can also concur with me, that it was usually 1 month.
Yes.
The whole month of July. I don't know, maybe it was a board resolution that the transfer window period be reduced. Maybe it was done for administrative purposes. Remember, at the end of July, we are having matches in Chinoy. So maybe they needed time to update their records before the next set of fixtures is played. I believe that is why the window period has been shortened.
But we can still have transfers going on and matches played.
Yeah, we can have transfer. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I'll have to confirm with the ZVA. But transfers, I believe transfers done outside the window period, transfers can be done, but players will only be eligible to play
Yes.
in the next
because players
season.
cannot transfer on the same day.
Yes, true. They cannot transfer on the same day. One good example is that of Tatenda Masawi. He transferred from Highlanders to Black Rhinos, but he didn't play during the first round of the league.
Because it was outside the window.
Yes, it was outside the window.
Wolvias, we are going to come back again in the third and final segment of this episode. This is the Hotseat and MNL production partnered by Gemcon. We are going away for a few moments and let's meet in the final segment. Welcome back. This is the MNL Next Generation Sports Production, the Hotseat. My name is Thomas Mangwiro and today I am joined by the Harare Volleyball Association Secretary General Stephen Charakupa, where we are talking about a host of issues concerning the Harare volleyball issues. And now we want to talk about the mid-season tournament, which is upcoming in the next few days. But before that, Stephen,
yes,
the issue of the media. What has been your media coverage so far for your event?
Our events so far have been covered by, of course, yourselves, MNL. We also have coverage on Star FM. We also have coverage on Radio Zimbabwe. In the print media, we are now being covered by the Herald in Sunday Mail. I am sure during the last matches at Mfakos, we saw the coming in of ZBC TV, which screened, which recorded 2 matches, that is one for men and one for women. So going forward, we'll see our matches being broadcast on the national television. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, we engaged in Classic 263 and we had our clip for this upcoming tournament, which was broadcast during the sports broadcast on Wednesday. That was between 1700 hours and 1800 hours. So we have written to other radio stations for coverage of our events. We're also in the process of coming up with our own YouTube channel as HVA, where our matches will be broadcast live. So it's a work in progress. In terms of marketing, it's a work in progress. We took over, we inherited what was there from the previous executive, and I'm sure we're making inroads into the various media houses so that we have a wider coverage of all our events. And
there is the theme, no to child marriages. Girls are not brides. That is the theme that is going to lead the staging of the upcoming mid-season tournament. Why this theme in particular?
Our target group are the children, the girl child. Of course, child marriages do happen also in boys, but they are most prevalent amongst girls. So this is the group which we are targeting. We are not only targeting the Mfagos community, but we are targeting all girls. I'm sure you are aware that when I say girls, I will be referring to minors. That is girls who are under the age of 18. Our laws stipulate that any girl below the age of 18 cannot consent to sex. So if you are to marry a girl who is below the age of 18, then I don't know how that family or that marriage is going to function, because it's outside the law. So our theme is no to early child marriages. Girls are not brides. Girls are not yet ready for marriages. Brides are those adults. So in driving this theme, we have partnered with an organization which is a youth advocacy organization group called For Youth by Youth. Our target range starts from 10, from girls from the age of 10 up to 17. That's our target group. The For Youth by Youth is a non-governmental organization which is based in Mfagos Polyclinic. They cover sexual health and reproductive risks. They also do behavioral change. They also do drug and substance abuse. They also do environmental management. I'm sure you've seen at all the venues which we use. We place litter bins at each and every corner near where people will be seated, so that we take care of the environment.
So have you also engaged clubs to know more about this theme and your partners you are working with?
The clubs have been engaged. When we are crafting the themes, that is the theme for the league, the theme for the tournaments, for the next tournaments which we are going to have, we have engaged with clubs. Of course, it's a new thing, this thing of themes, but we'll get there. The clubs will take part. I'm sure the clubs will take part, having seen what us as the executive are driving at, because sport is a business. If sport is a business, you have to attract sponsors and partners, because the affiliation which we get from clubs cannot sustain all the activities of Harare Volleyball Association. So if we have partners, we can manage to get a sponsorship for some of the activities.
So better understanding from the clubs about the themes and having partners, and also having enough media coverage, marketing your programs. We have the upcoming mid-season tournament. How many teams are participating for men and for women?
As of today, since the deadline for payment is on Monday, 15 July, as of today we have 5 men's clubs and 3 women's clubs which have so far registered. But I think by Monday the numbers would increase, because some have been making inquiries about how payments can be done. We're even attracting players in clubs from outside our metropolitan province. We have a team in Bedbridge which registered its interest to participate. They are still finalizing their logistics. We also have islanders from Bulawayo. We also have a club in Victoria Falls which has also shown interest in taking part in the tournament. So I believe on Tuesday morning we'll be having a final list of the clubs who will be taking part during the tournament.
And talking also about the tournament, we've seen in the league, we have been pro players, where players, men of the matches, women of the matches are getting speakers. Where are you going with incentivizing players?
Oh, the award for players of the match are being sponsored by Core Center Technologies. And Core Center Technologies is also advised us that they will also sponsor players of the match at the upcoming tournament. So the issue of Bluetooth speakers is continuing until the end of the year. They are with us for all our activities. I'm sure if the MNL top 5 Core Center Technologies will do something.
We hope to see one day you coming up with jingles supporting your themes, so that whenever a player wins the speaker, you also give him or her a card with those jingles. But now going forward, also looking forward at the tournament, the teams, what are they going to get for winning, or maybe for coming up second or third, or even participating?
The first team in each category will get will receive a playing kit plus $150. The second team will get their affiliation payback, and then the third place team will get half of their affiliation payback. We're also looking at getting, if we get more sponsorship, I'm sure the prices will also increase. They will also be raised. Individual prices, we have individual plaques and also monetary prizes. That is for the players and the coaches.
That was Stephen Charakupa, the Harare Volleyball Association Secretary General, talking to us. So viewers, make sure you make a date with them at the Mufakose Community Area A Center, where the mid-season tournament is going to happen on the 20th to the 21st of July 2024, and all the teams will be gathered there from the Harare Volleyball Association. And we also heard that there are some teams from Mat South, Mat North and Bulawayo who are making arrangements to be in this tournament. This leaves me to thank you for watching this program, and also thank our special guest, Stephen Charakupa, for gracing this occasion. Thank you, Stephen, for being with us.
You're welcome, Mr. Mangwiro.
And viewers, let's make a date again in the next episode. I am Thomas Mangwiro. In this episode of the Hotseat, an MNL production, Next Generation Sports, partnered by Gemcon Consultancy, your solution to town planning and construction. I am out.